25 people Penny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys then.
Wow.
What a dick.
We're in
I mean,
desperate
I don't
need of
really-
help, but he's just gonna leave us.
How can I help? I don't. Dude.
You have the co-host role. The green
Yeah,
name is
Kim.
yours.
She has a point, you know, Abby.
Yeah, the problem is I'm worse than Sam when it comes to commentary
I mean, you're not
No.
wrong.
because I'm just quiet.
I just don't talk about the game. And it's Get
I
Gr8,
mean, you
which-
talk.
Yeah,
Hello,
I
everybody.
talk.
Welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. I was very sick
Exactly.
2 days ago, so I don't have a voice. And you're gonna have to deal with this. I feel really bad about it. The guy that was supposed to show up and do this is just gone.
He's not even online.
So this is what you're getting now. So my apologies for that, but that Crank's in Indiana, so
Yeah.
he can't do it. I don't have a voice, so I wasn't going to. But the guy that was supposed to ducked, so hopefully you can understand me. I'm absolutely destroying cough drops right now. Reminder, don't ready up yet. We're not actually playing games yet. This is just the sound test. We're going to make sure that all the sounds are fine and equal. When it's your turn on stream, we'll call you. You can click the lobby link. The first match is already in here, which is dope, but don't ready up yet. We ain't playing yet. We're going to get the sound figured out first. Sam's not even in this lobby, which is
Right.
exciting.
Because I'm looking at weekly matchups, Penny.
And I don't know how long my voice is going to hold out for the stream, but we'll find out. Who knows?
That.
No, it's really, really bad. When I get sick, I absolutely lose my voice. It wasn't all that bad like yesterday, but it gets worse the day after. But on the downside, I really like Skullgirls, so I like talking about it.
That's a mistake. To like Skullgirls.
It's a good game. I mean, liking Skullgirls and liking playing Skullgirls is two different things. The ultimate
You know what?
premise.
Yeah, I like that. I like that logic. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I didn't change. I'm upset. I'm not gonna do it because we're in the middle of a stream. But I changed my Discord pick like yesterday, and I didn't change my Steam one, and now I'm upset. All right, Abby, you're not needed.
Alright, come on. Bye.
Why so?
Swagger came back.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm still gonna help though because
yeah.
Because of the knowledge.
yeah, I got
Knowledge
that
there.
big brain. No, this game is really hard. It's so fun. That's what we're here for, though. We're gonna fix this game being hard. That's not true, but we're gonna make it easier.
No, we'll make it. No, we'll never make it easy. It'll just be the thing. It's Skullgirls. Heck, Skullgirls.
JT is like jitterate or some junk. I don't actually know what it means.
Jitter. Yeah.
Yeah, something about jitter. I don't know what it stands for exactly, but it's jitter. Once Swaggy gets in here, we're gonna start the first match. But before Swaggy's here, get into the lobby, you heck. And also, you need to say something because I don't think we have your volume set up for stream. All right, good.
Well, it's awkward because people are here. It's Dagos.
And you were
Great.
wanting to do the stream. What is wrong? What
I
are you
didn't know.
doing today? You did.
We wouldn't have known until after 4. Whatever. It's fine. I'm new to this community. I don't know if I belong in an intermediate. Well, okay. It's fine for your first game. It doesn't matter. If you think it's too hard and it's not where you... We'll tell you, too. Kind of where you should go. But it should be fine if you sign up for an intermediate. Worst case, if it's too hard, you can just sign up for beginner next time. It's no big deal. Okay, welcome everybody. Skullgirls Get Gr8. Live every 4 p.m. EST. I'm your host, somebody that just climbed out of a coffin.
Noir Penny.
Yeah.
Noir Penny. I can just imagine like the smoke, like just constantly going through like the stream, like as just like an overlay.
Yeah. I'm joined by my co-host Sam and kind of Swagga. We're gonna run through all of beginners first, then we're gonna run through intermediate in the order in the matchup thing. Reminder that this is not a tournament. We're not playing a first to 3 or a first to 2. We're just playing 3 flat games. Doesn't matter who wins and loses. Doesn't matter here. We're just all here for advice. Make sure that you've joined the Steam group chat, which you can find through !GG8 chat or the link in the Discord in the Get Gr8 channel. Yes, now we can do it. Make sure you have the stream paused while you're playing. The VODs are up immediately. As soon as you're done playing, you can go look at the VOD and see what we're saying. But for connection's sake, have the stream paused while you're playing.
Just a heads up, so if this is your first week to this, we apologize in advance.
Yeah, this is not normal.
Yeah, because our host now is sick, and our original host decided, hey, we're not going to tell people, and the other co-host is tired, so...
You're good to ready up whatever. Deep shock, by the way. Yeah, I'm not actually sick. I just can't speak. Sam just woke up, and Swagga has like 17 people in his house. This is great.
This is perfect.
Yep, you two are first.
This is not normal.
Is my voice going to be okay? Heck no. Probably not. But I don't need my voice until like Monday. And that's even a maybe. So you can check matchups by going to the Discord, which you can... I think we have an ! Discord command. And there's a channel for weekly matchups. The most recent one should be there.
Oh, wow, Swag is doing something.
He did it.
He did the thing.
I'm helping.
What are you doing?
Alright, DISC... Wait, no. Wait, yeah, DISCORT. I'm... Crank. I thought I spelled it wrong. I see solos. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll be honest.
Because, why are you happy about
When you're learning the game, it's a lot easier to learn on one character.
That makes sense, because you're just learning the one character.
Mm-hmm. I already see Madden be using Fukuo's Jump Light Punch. That's very good. That button is incredible. I'm not going to get into hitboxes here, but just know that button's a good one to hit. We got dive kick loops. Oop, alright.
Ah, the 360.
This is a classic. Normally, you'd want to be mashing Dynamo. If you ever decide to put it on routine, you probably want to be mashing Dynamo instead. For synergy's sake. But here, this is totally fine. Nice. Fun fact, that might have looked crazy to you guys, but Diamond Drop is the only 4-frame move in the game. It's the fastest move in the game, hands down. It's ridiculous.
Fortune Jab.
Fortune Jab is 5 frames. Diamond Drop is a frame faster.
I thought it was 4.
Nice
I feel
dog.
like too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hey, Doctor. Alright, forward hard punch. I like that button. That's a good button.
Good range.
Alright, that was weird. No, it's actually the fastest move in the game, straight up. Only 4-frame move in the game. Also, the run-up grab works, but you're Bella, so you can definitely abuse the fact that you have command grabs, because normal grabs are techable, and Diamond Drop or the other one, whatever it's called, Mary Gorilla, those are not techable. SSJ is 2 frames. Fine, it's the fastest non-super, heck you. Proving me wrong and stuff. It's not even a normal. It's the fastest. Did I say non-super? It's the fastest non-super.
It's the fastest non-super is what you said.
The downside to having a 2-frame SSJ is you have to play banned. Playing Bella is an upside only. She just low-profiled the fireball.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Hello?
did she just low-profile that with
Okay.
with Titan Knuckle?
Normally, you don't want to be ending your strings on heavies. At this level of play, where players don't really push block, and there's not really stagger. Bella's kind of privileged because she can go from heavy to a command grab, and it's really hard to deal with. Bella Band is ridiculous. Bella Band is probably one of her best partners. H-Brass gives her disgusting damage. Medium Beat Extend gets her pickups off of anything she wants. It's really stupid. I love it. Sage plays that team with Bayo. Hey, DOS Whales. Yeah, Band's a really, really good assist. The only problem with running Band assist is you have to play Band. And that's not good. There's a lot of solid fundamental stuff going on here. On Madden B's end, you probably want to take notice that Deep Shock's doing a lot of heavies into command grabs, which means either stagger or you can jump out. Am I okay? Heck no, I've absolutely lost my voice.
Penny is incapacitated at the moment. She was having a sickness yesterday.
And all the other hosts were unavailable, so this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Alright, we got the hit. Alright. Yeah, level 3 is a bit awkward to convert off of in the corner there. You either have to backdash or... I think I see some people just go into the anti-air grab. Tumble Run's got armor, so it's pretty good for that. Fireball's really good to throw out for chip. You have a good idea here, because you have 5 bars and you're not using them for anything. So you might as well just throw them out. You have to be a little careful, because Bella's got the reflector move, and that works on the Fireball super.
Oh, so Fireball isn't safe, is it?
What do you mean? The super?
Yeah, super.
At this level of play, you should just call it safe. Because you have to PBGC it very deliberately, in a very specific way.
I thought just blocking it and tightening
it
would do the job.
It'll be safe that way. You have to PBGC it really early.
I see.
And if you don't know what those terms mean, hang on. We'll get more into those when it comes to intermediate. If you're really curious and can't wait, we should have an exclamation mark glossary command. If you're curious.
Yeah, just know that when we say a move is safe, it just means that you can't be punished after it gets blocked.
Yeah. And that's huge in this game, especially at this level of play. If you keep yourself as safe as you can, you're going to improve a lot quicker than people that aren't worrying about it. Nice. Alright, we're still dropping combos, but that's fine. Oh, alright. She is kind of allowed to do that if your strings aren't. What?
Does the tutorial go over that where it's this is a startup, this is the active, and this is the end?
It's been a while since I've played it. I know it goes over safety. I don't know if it goes that specific, though. If you're gonna go for the command grab after heavy like that, which I would recommend getting out of that habit, even though it seems to be working pretty well here. You'll see people start to punish that later on. If you're gonna go for it, don't go for the super, because that costs a bar, unless you're planning to convert off it, but it's kind of a weird conversion. I would much rather go for one of the 2 other grabs, so that you have more supers to mash with, which is what's really important.
Didn't you also just jump out of it, or is it you're already stuck there?
No, post super flash, you're stuck.
Okay. Just punch her.
It's really funny.
Just punch her and she dies.
Alright, that was 3 games. Thanks for playing. This is the first time I get to bring this up. This is gonna be great. If you go to the chat and you type !B&B, you'll see a list of B&B commands that your character, B&B combos that your character has. They're not optimal by any means. They're not the greatest by any means, but they are a good way to get started learning your character's routes and combos and getting more comfortable with them. So I definitely recommend going to look at those, messing around with them. There's actually a lot of solid stuff in there for having not played a lot. Yeah, forward hard punch has a lot of start. It's also a really heckin' good poke, though, is the thing. It's one of those moves that, you don't want to throw it out too often, but you want to, make them remember that you have it.
Solid move.
Joke's on you, Swagger. That person's not even in chat. I don't have access to that account. Yeah, let me copy paste the link for you. How good is Sonic Fox's Philia guide? Ridiculously good. It is absolutely incredible, to be honest. I don't think anybody else has really made a Philia guide like that. There's a few for other characters around. Like, Rabble has a really good Bayo one. I made a Parasol one at some point.
Pleasure has a guide.
We should definitely add Sonic's Philia one to that because it is so good.
Yeah, those are the guides there. If you type ! guides, you should find them. We need to add more to them, though, because we've only had those free for a while.
If you're having trouble connecting, I can't read, hold on. If you're having trouble connecting, that dank tank boy, copy and paste the lobby link into your internet browser. It should take you automatically. You can also go through the group chat and join off of anyone here. That'll also work. I'm really glad Sonic and... I don't know if Sonic's... Yeah, no, Sonic and Sage have both been playing again. I'm really glad about it, too.
They've had time.
It's heckin' good.
I mean...
They've gone through their... Like, Sage went through the MVCI arc and the Dragon Ball arc. And now he's back in the Skullgirls arc. It's a loop.
The greatest arc for the Skullgirls anime.
Yeah, he's been uploading sets with a bunch of people. It's really awesome. When I was learning, I wish I had more things like that to look at. Just to make sure his Boozer, that dank tank boy.
I think he said that at the start.
Did he? I can't read.
I know you can. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you guys are good to ready up. It's actually listed as Boozer here. I don't know why I typed the one I did. I'm bad. I use the Twitch names for some reason.
We do use it. It's mostly Crank who uses it, though. He's the one who decides the matchups.
Yeah, we use it. Mostly. We use it mostly for matchups. Is what we do. I should have it open on my second monitor if I was smart, but we're a professional stream.
Professional with a capital P.
What is it with our country and rogue projects?
I see a parasol. I am immediately excited.
I see a parasol. I am not excited.
We got beams. This is really hard to, you can't really shoot shots against a robo because the beams are instant. Little unsure in the combos, but that's just some training room time to figure it out. Stand hard punch is it's armored, so it's alright to get out of pressure and stuff like that. If you're gonna do it, you want to make sure you can keep it safe. I think the only way to do that is if you have a head, which you do, so it's exciting, and you can use like a mine, so even if they hit you, you just get to hit them anyway. So if you're gonna use stand hard punch, make sure you either have a head already or, you know, are sure it's gonna hit, because it'll get you killed on block.
So there was a lot of times there where like you could have gotten out of the corner. You probably want to take that as Robo, just because more of a zoner than anything.
Also, if you want a fun fact, if Parasol hits you with a jump hard punch, and it's not a counter hit, you're able to tech when you hit the ground. You don't have to let them pick up the combo. You should be able to tech that. Counter hit you can't, but it's why if you're going to use jump hard punch as a poke as Parasol, you normally want to buffer it with something else like jump light punch or jump light kick, so that they can't tech. And also the startup's just better on those moves than jump hard punch. That is definitely something I get in the habit of doing. Jump hard punch on its own is also kind of punishable just because it's slow, so you can get anti-aired. Also, it's lane cancelable. I don't know. I'm not going to go too much into that right now, but it is punishable on block if they do it right. So you have to be a little careful.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the audio, Hunter. It's just Penny's voice.
It's not the audio, it's my voice. If you use jump medium punch... Okay, I'll talk about that in a second. I'll do it when we're doing games. Also on Parasol, if you're going to be ending a string, if you see them blocking, sweep's good. Sweep's low, it's cancelable, it's exciting. But if you're going to do that, you should also be doing a shot. Make sure you're always charging, is something you should be doing anyway. And if you end block strings in her light napalm shot, everything you do is plus. Which means you can do shot and then push, like, buttons. And they will get hit if they try to push buttons too. That's the simple way of explaining it. Light napalm shot is ridiculous in block strings. There's other ways to play around push block. L-shot will heckin' still give you full combos half screen, but it's heckin' awesome. It's dope.
I'm getting some slight lag, so I don't know if there's like lag on their end.
I'm not getting any.
Only slight, it's like just spikes, so it does.
You get the wall bounce there. That's exciting. Also as Robo, so you are a zoner, which means you don't really want to be in Parasol's face too often. Ideally, especially against Parasol, who doesn't really have movement options. You want to be as far away as you can so you can just shoot beams at her. And the best way to do that on Robo is her super jumps and her jump hard kick. If you combine both of those, you can fly in the air for like a year. Yeah, also you start using bar. There's 5 meter on both sides. Robo doesn't really have a good way to use bar outside of like raw level 3s. Yeah, you can switch teams mid-set. There's no rules for that here. We're just playing. Yeah, Robo has access to her level 3, which is a little bit weird to use if you're still new to Robo. It's really, really good when you get used to her, because you get full combos off, like, full screen beams. It's cool. Parasol, you can kind of just push level 3 whenever you want. And if they block it, you get to dash up and do some junk.
However, Attack 3000, we do recommend that you probably don't want to switch teams, just because then it makes it easier for us to, like, say, like, what you can improve on.
Yeah, definitely stick with what you are planning on playing. But if you, like, change your mind or something, there's nothing stopping you. There you go. And you can like double jump up there and start shooting some L beams because they're in range, and it's dope. I don't think that combo actually works on Robo. Having some weird hit confirms. This goes for anybody, not just these players. If you guys want to work on hit confirms, which is something very, very important in not only this game, but any fighting game, you can go into the training room and have her, have the training dummy set to random block, and just dash up and do some lights or something, and try to only do the rest of your combo on hit and not do something else on block that either keeps you safe or just stop doing it and stagger or something. That is something that will treat you very, very well in this game. So I recommend both these players do that. Really, I recommend everybody does that. Even if you're an intermediate. Something you can always get better at.
Also, just a nice recommendation that, like, can help. Because, like, even though this is just training, like, sometimes you can feel like, ah, man, I wasn't doing that well, or, like, you just get tilted or whatever. One of the things that, like, Penny told me is, like, go in with, like, a goal. Like, if you learned a B&B in the training lab, just try to do that. Even if you lose, as long as you did your B&B once a game, that's good.
Moral victories.
Moral victories.
The victory screen don't matter in this game. It's really easy to get into the habit of just pushing more buttons on block. And the only way to fix it is just practicing it more. Alright, GG's. Next up on stream is going to be Sig Spam versus Gamer Slashin'. Still don't know if that's your Steam names because I'm dumb and use the Twitch names for some reason. So, oops.
Oops.
If we can get both those players in the lobby. I'm going to scroll up and talk about this on Dizzy question. If I use jump, medium punch, and a string already, why does jump, light kick, jump, medium punch cause a burst? It causes a burst because jump, medium kick to jump, medium punch is not it's two different strings because jump, medium kick doesn't combo into jump, medium punch. Jump, medium punch is starting its own string there.
No, you like Game Slashing.
If you do jump, medium punch, jump, medium kick, it'll work. I don't know why you would do that, because that sounds weird, but it would work.
Nah, Gamer Slashing, you're Sig, and the other dude is Slashing there.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, there's been a bunch of new people, and I'm pretty sure... I think there's two sources. I think the first one was Sage going back to SG and streaming it every day. A lot of new characters there. And then the other one is the EVO announcement. People are really excited about that, and I'm excited about that, really.
Oh, so me and Swago have been playing them fighting herds just because, whenever we're just wanting to do stuff. And there's been a lot more people just like in the lobbies now as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it's an EVO.
Yeah, that's what I've had to do. I had to bully all my friends into playing it. I don't have to anymore. Now they don't want to play with me.
Yeah. Yeah. You play Personalized. We don't touch that.
No, I play Parasol Butchers. Big difference. Alright, we got combos
today.
I'm happy about it. This is really where you should be starting. I started with a trio and it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And then I went to a duo, which was even more of a mistake. We're still ending on heavies. It is punishable. I think Philia has to jab it. I don't know what those ranges are like, I'll be honest. But even if you're not getting a full punish, you're allowed to push buttons if they do a heavy on block. Looks like there's just a lot of input unfamiliarity, which is, it's gonna happen, and the way you fix it is just playing more. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like Slash, like they had like an idea of a BMB, but wasn't being very what would be the word? Wasn't flowing into it correctly.
Yeah, it takes getting used to.
Yeah, that's just some labbing and getting it into your head.
I don't know. Yeah, so this every Saturday is going to be an instructional stream. If you want an actual tournament, it's every Wednesday. Those tournaments at the end of the month have prize pools where you end up playing for money. It's really exciting. It's a good time. You get to watch Skullgirls while listening to a podcast. It's really cool. It's 8 p.m. EST. How's this funded, Rand? We just do it. Yeah, I mean, we don't have funding or anything, really. You just do it.
Crank is
Crank's awesome.
Crank's the main dude who does it. He's the one who mostly organizes everything. He just really enjoys it. His whole his philosophy is as long as 2 people sign up for it, he'll just keep doing it.
Yeah, Crank picked this up a long time ago. And then I hopped on to help out once I felt decent enough.
And I helped on because it was forced.
We do it through challenge. You'll see links posted in the Be Great chat to the challenge page where you can sign up, and that shows you who your opponents are and all that. And we get place the matches on stream. It's a good time. get a lot of hype matchups there too. A lot of people that sign up for Be Great consistently but not Get Great because they're really, really, really good.
Also, Deep Shock, just a suggestion, just because like you don't have to like pay or anything. There's no entry fee, so like you can just join Wednesdays. Yeah, you can just join Wednesdays if you just feel like it.
What skill level? Whatever you want. It don't just if you feel comfortable joining, you're good. You're free to join. This restand is really hard. That restand takes a long time to get used to. That's another thing. It's just gonna have to go through training room and grind that out. Ideally, you can do your B&B 10 times in a row on both sides. That's probably pretty extreme for this level. But... And once you get your B&B down, we can start talking about like resets and stuff. They're really important in this game.
I'd say set a number for yourself, maybe like even just like 3 times in a row, as long as it's in a row, and then like up it every time you want to like improve it.
But yeah, that restand is no judgment for dropping that. It takes getting used to. Oh. You can also super off that if you thought it could kill. Oh. A little bit of lag. Oh, that was strange. You should definitely be punishing these heavies on block. That is definitely... It looks like you have your game plan pretty set. Your B&B is kind of consistent. Your movement's alright. Your pokes are pretty good. But you also have to play with your opponent at the same time. So you have to realize when they're doing things you can punish and, you know, play around what they do. And that's where I struggle too, because I spend most of my time in training room. So my biggest struggle is playing against other people.
Yeah, you've got the god of neutral, which is I am, but can't do anything. There you go.
Don't have to deal with it if you don't play neutral in the first place. Big
exactly. Brain. You're getting it now.
Bella level 3 into Dynamo looks to be good. Spend all those. Yeah, pretty much.
Be back in a second.
Definitely. I'm not gonna say punish that too much more, but oh, almost had it. I still find that hard, the jump light punch restand. I'd go for the run stop one just because I find it easier. Grabs. Yeah, sweep won't combo there.
Yeah, it seems to be that like most like the thing that these players need to work on, like just from looking at them, is just like practice their B&Bs.
It's a lot of familiarity things.
Yeah.
And not a lot of new to fighting game things. When it comes down to neutral, I can talk a little bit about this. When it comes down to buttons you want to be pushing, especially as Bella, jump medium punch is going to be your favorite button ever. You will learn to love that button because of how stupid that. If you know what hitboxes look like, I recommend going to the wiki and looking up Bella's jump medium punch, and then trying not to scream when you see the picture. That is the button you want to be pushing like heck.
A second.
Philly's got some other buttons. Philly is not really has set buttons she wants to push. Her jump hard punch and her jump medium punch are pretty good. But you're kind of doing those out of IADs and not so much as a neutral poke. She really doesn't have neutral pokes outside of like crouch hard punch. You kind of just hit them and kill them, and that's your plan. Yeah, Bella's stand light kicks out of the ridiculous button. Bella's got developer privilege. She gets all the good stuff.
Because it's Mike C, who's the developer's like favorite character.
Yeah. Alright.
It looked like you were blocking there for a moment. I guess you pressed the button. Don't know what happened there.
Alright, that should have been 3 games, right?
Yep.
Dope. Thanks for the play. Reminder, B&B Compendium, all that jazz. Also, just to throw this out because it's probably important, the way we judge beginner versus intermediate normally is you're probably good to sign up for intermediate once you can consistently do a full undizzy B&B. Once you hit that stage, you're probably ready for intermediate. There's exceptions to that sometimes, and that's what we're here for, but that's the general rule. Alright. Next up is Hunter BR versus Shopkeeper B.
Yeah, like if you can do like your B&B like really consistent, but you can never land it in a match in the first place, you probably still like have to be a beginner.
The way this
so we get your intro down.
The way this game works is that it has a set rhythm. Generally, one person neutral doesn't normally last very long at all, and then one person gets the hit. And in most other fighting games, what you do is you get the hit, you finish the combo, and then you either play the knockdown game or I can give you the lobby code. Then normally in other fighting games you play the knockdown game or something like that. In this game, not at all. I mean, you can do it with some teams, but not normally. In this team, you hit them, you drop the combo on purpose, and then mix them up off of the dropped combo and loop that until they die. And that is very difficult to do when you can't do your B&B consistently. That's the biggest thing that holds people back from intermediate. Yeah, and getting practice doing resets and escaping them, it's a bunch of practice. You're going to lose often in this game. Just because of the nature of the game, it's kind of snowballing a little bit, so it's going to happen a lot, but, you know, like we said, the victory screen doesn't really matter. If you're like, man, this one reset keeps hitting me, but I blocked it this time, you've won. You've done it. Congrats.
You've improved. You've adapted.
I see a parasol. I'm excited.
Gosh, dang it.
I see crouch medium punch. I'm doubly excited. M Shadow. Alright. It's so cool too, because I can tell who's been watching Sonic's Philia Guide based on these combos they're doing. Hey Triff, this ain't no B8, but welcome. Yeah, this game's really cool. We've been saying this for a long time. Skullgirls is a masochist game. You have to like losing. It just happens so often.
Also, just a heads up, because like Shopkeeper seems to be like getting pressured a bit. If you press both light punch and medium punch while you're blocking, you'll push them away.
Any 2 punches.
What, sorry?
Any 2 punches.
Oh, any 2 punches, right? Yeah, if you press any 2 punch buttons while you're blocking, you'll push them away.
Yep.
That's called a push block.
It also does keep you blocking for longer, which matters in some cases. But if you're push blocking a single hit move, they go away from you, and it's exciting. It's cool. Nice. That is something you can do versus Fuqua. That tag's not actually safe, but hey, it hits. Alright, still some drop combos. A little bit of spaghetti. But that's what we live for here. The Big Band Special.
Big Band.
The Looking for Games channel is just you post if you want to look for games and fight some people through Discord. If you're planning on playing games against people and improving, I recommend doing that over Quick Match, because Quick Match has a set amount of games before it kicks you out. And in the Looking for Games channels, you're allowed to do long sets instead, which can be much more beneficial.
What, the looking for games?
Yeah. And you can also kind of filter, like you can say, I want to fight someone my skill level, or I want to fight somebody that's insane, you know?
Yeah, you just ask. Do they like... Just like, hey, can an expert beat me up?
Yeah.
I'm looking for games.
Yeah, there's no matchmaking system in this game.
Yeah, that's another good point, Swagger. Like, there's variants in quick match. You won't get exactly what you want all the time.
Right?
There's some people who only play quick match, and they're called quick match warriors.
Here's with the brass. Your opponent just said in Discord that they wouldn't be able to play. We'll figure it out. We'll turn it into an open lobby, probably.
No,
Still missing some
right.
hit confirms. If you're struggling with the crouch hard punch hit confirms, shopkeeper, don't feel too bad about doing the stand hard punch combos instead. Yeah, there you go. But ideally, you get to the point where you can do the crouch hard punch, because that's where her damage comes from. Oh yeah, no, it is kind of terrifying to like talk to people.
No, it is really scary. Like, I will, like, I would never ask random people for games. So
This is probably the nicest community you'll ever find in a fighting game. In most games. I think the only community I found that I liked more was Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
But this community is so nice. Final Fantasy 14. Which we need to play more of, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to everyone here.
Welcome.
We got a lot of new people this week. So, if you guys are there, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay, because this game is really good.
New friends.
Someone say Final Fantasy 14. I'd be talking more about it if they didn't remove my class.
Here we go again.
Heck you. It's so cool too, because normally all I talk about in these beginner matches is neutral. And there's not really a lot to talk about neutral-wise here. Like, people have a pretty good grasp of how neutral works. It's cool. So many of my friends in this community, the first time I talked to them was like 4 a.m. first to 100s. Philly, so I know what I was talking about heavies being unsafe on block. Philia is also privileged because her heavy is safe on, stand hard punch is safe on block. It's not plus, so you're still allowed to push buttons, but you can't punish it.
So I like how you're saying, like, most of my friends are like for first to hundreds. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here just like, I tried to steal your viewers. From
You did, but then we played a bunch of games.
Yeah, I suppose we did. So it's similar.
I think that was supposed to be an air grab. I like that. I'm seeing you going for resets. I'm seeing you going for the B&Bs.
Yeah, I don't know why we're friends as well, Swagger, since you're not hosting the stream. You said you.
And we wouldn't have known you couldn't until after 4.
Yeah. Good job, Swagger.
That's unfortunate. Oh, that's a good point to bring up. Thank you, Hunter. If you play solo in this game, I don't know how many people. I'm upset that I haven't brought this up yet. If you play solo in this game, the red health on your health bar, if you do a snapback, which is quarter circle forward plus either both mediums or both heavies, you can actually heal like 2/3 of that red health back. So if you're playing solo versus something that's not a solo, that's something you should definitely be looking for. And if you're playing not a solo versus solo, if you snap them, it removes the red health so that they can't heal. Snapping is really, really important in those cases. Alright, DGs, something B&B Compendium. Make sure you're getting consistent. Next match on stream, Izuna versus Ginger Ale Arts. which again I think is your Twitch name, but I'm the worst. Snaps are really, really important in this game. I think snaps and alpha counters are the two most underused things. If don't worry about alpha counters if you're in beginners, for sure. But snaps, even in beginners, can be huge. Like, if you're about to kill somebody, and then they raw tag out, you can snap the person you're about to kill back in, and then just heck and go kill them. It's awesome. Yeah, good luck.
I'm failing to join lobby. Says
Failing to join lobby. That's... Do you want me to repost the link? Because you used to alpha counter when you play solo. You're not wrong. There should be room in the lobby. Oh, are you on... Wait, no, because it's live now.
Yeah, I don't think there is a beta anymore.
No.
There's not.
It
But
should be
if
on
you
live
are
now.
like a different branch, make sure that you're like if it's somehow you're still on the different branch, make sure you go back to normal because they updated the normal Skullgirls to...
I think the branch is just gone now. I don't think you can be in there because I didn't update it.
Should have moved you automatically regardless, so it should have back to normal Skullgirls.
I'm just gonna repost the link. We'll see if it worst case we'll remake the lobby and try it again with a different link. Alpha counters are really, really hard to use right. There are certain characters where alpha countering is ridiculous though. Like Robo Fortune has ridiculous alpha counters when she has level 3 going. It's disgusting. Bella and Squiggly both have really, really good alpha counters because you can either go into 360 or Daisy. There are characters where alpha counter is absolutely ridiculous. But if you don't use them right, you just lose your character. It's hard.
I also never use alpha counter dance. I always forget about it, actually.
I don't use it as much as my team really can't use it very well, and I'm upset about it because I want to use it more. You alpha counter by doing forward plus assist, or forward plus tag and block stun, and you'll switch characters and your other character will come in doing their assist. Alright, I see a Parasol. I am once again excited. I like Parasol, by the way. I see some zoning. You definitely don't want to be calling Cremation full screen. She's getting smacked right now. You could definitely be punishing it more. Like if Improvise started throwing out like fireball supers to tag the Squiggly, that Squiggly could die very, very quickly. That's definitely not an assist you want to throw out while you're zoning. Definitely more of a lockdown or mix-up assist. You can choose which character comes in during alpha counter. It depends on which button or which tag button you push. Gold burst setups. So the way, I don't know how many people know this either. I think it's in the tutorial, but there's 2 different kinds of bursts in this game. And if your burst gets blocked by the opponent, plus a couple of other things, it's a gold burst and they can actually block out of it. So, like that BFF super didn't work because the burst was blocked.
Does armoring count as blocking it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's more if the burst hits you and hitting you counts blocking it.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, congrats. That's a lot of damage.
Good job, Doctor. Maybe now you'll win a tournament.
Peacock B&Bs are hard. That's exciting. In terms of buttons you want to be pushing, I've already kind of talked. Yeah, if the burst whiffs completely and they don't burst on a projectile, then it'll be a normal burst. If they burst and the burst hits either you or the assist, or they burst on a projectile, it's a gold burst. Which means that they can block.
There is setups to like burst bait so that you can get the free hits in. And
there's also there's also specific gold burst setups that are really stupid. And they're really funny. Parasol loses like heck against Peacock. Parasol has very, very hard to get in on zoners, and Peacock just has everything. I wouldn't say I still think our worst matchup was Parasol. That's 7-3 at least.
Yeah, Perso versus Perso. Perso wins that 7-3, obviously.
Yeah. But, like, unironically, that matchup's really hard. Nice. Okay, this is where snapping's really good. If you snap this, you get to kill both... can't cancel shot into it. If you snap that, Squiggly just starts bouncing around the screen, and she doesn't fall out of combos. So you can just combo her into infinity and just kill her straight up. It's really good. You just take a character for free.
I didn't hear if like you mentioned that, but like Swag was saying there, like, do you know the timing for the gold burst if you wait long enough?
I don't know what the frames is exactly. I know where it is in my burst bait string, but I don't know how many frames it is. I want to say it's like 30 something.
Sounds reasonable.
Trying to think about neutral buttons I can talk about. Squiggly jump hard punch, but that's a little bit weird against Parasol, because Parasol is really good at disjointed buttons. Fuko jump light punch, definitely something you want to be abusing. On Parasol's side, stand hard punch and crouch medium punch are her best neutral buttons. Stand hard punch is a lot harder to use, but oh my god, it's ridiculous. Burst bait into throw is hard to do things about, because you're like, I can't push a button, and then because you didn't push a button, you get thrown. It is difficult to do something about. But that's when alpha countering out of burst can be good, because then you can burst it and alpha counter out and then not have to take the guess. But that only works with certain teams and certain assists. That's kind of a character team specific thing. Also in Squiggly's end, jump light kick. You should be pushing jump light kick as often as you can. That button is... I don't want to say... It's her best button. I don't want to say it's ridiculous because it's Squiggly, but it's her best button. Alright. So, it's a little awkward. When you do a full combo and then start trying to reset them, I also don't know how common this knowledge is. I've said that a lot this stream. When their undizzy bar is full, it's the full green, even though you can keep doing strings if you reset, they actually take a lot less damage just because you have that full undizzy bar. It's something like I want to say like 20% damage reduction. Ideally, you get the resets before that bar fills up. What wins between Squig light punch and Bella jump medium punch? Heck can jump medium punch for sure. Squig ain't that cool.
Yeah, Squig is... Squig, yeah.
You guys definitely seem to have more B&Bs down though, which is good. You're starting to do resets, it was good.
Squiggly is fair, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, that's unfortunate in this game. That's actually not true. Yeah, I would actually say both of you could probably sign up for intermediate, no problem. You'd be fine going to intermediate. We could talk about more technical things there. But if you're more comfortable, you know, it's up to you. Now we can go into the intermediate bracket, which means I'm going to start talking about the fun stuff. First up, your local dunce versus Grandpa Mac. This is when we start getting nuts. Hold on to your hats.
What if we're not wearing hats?
Put on a hat and hold on to it.
Oh no, I don't have a hat.
I'm going to take another cough drop.
Sounds like a good idea.
It's probably getting used to it. It might be getting better too, actually.
No, your voice sounds the same, but I can understand
the same?
we're getting used to it. Yeah.
I can't tell. I can't hear. I don't have ears.
I can sound we're getting, like, understand the whole getting used to it.
I'm not going to be able to speak at all tomorrow, and that's exciting. Alright, I know your local dunce is going to be playing headless, which is cool. I usually do intermediate, but Crank said you should try beginner ones. No, I think you're definitely good for it. I'm not Crank. Crank's cooler than me, but I'd say you're pretty good in intermediate.
You might be on the fine line then, if you're getting mixed signals. You might
Can
be
I be your
on the
parasol mother?
verge.
Yeah, sure, heck it.
You might be on the verge of like leveling up, so you might. Penny is everyone's parasol
Yeah,
mother.
I am the collective parasol mother.
She is the parasol
I'm
meteor.
the hive mind.
The hive mind.
Icy Butchers, I'm excited.
The overseer. Oh no.
We're headless. Reminder, the jump light kick is absolutely ridiculous. That's unfortunate. Drop the reset, that's okay. You got him next to the head. You definitely want to make sure that you're making them afraid of being near the head. Just poking with stand hard punch and making the head smack them when they're near it. It's just good to remind them that it's there. The whole idea of headless is you want them to be afraid anywhere on the screen. And also a reminder that your normals move the head. So if you ever find yourself in a situation like earlier where your head's near you but not near them, you're allowed to do things like stand hard kick and then like jump air dash, jump hard kick, and shoot the head at him with your foot. It's still a projectile.
Can you reflect it?
No. But
Okay.
it is a hitbox that goes flying across the screen.
Okay.
If you're playing Eliza and you're trying to do pressure on block, crouch medium kick is not a... This is not something I'd say to beginners. Crouch medium kick is not a button you want to be using, because crouch medium punch is PBG-seeable on reaction, which means they can punish you for using that normal on block. You definitely want to be using crouch medium punch instead.
You said crouch medium punch. You kept changing it there, so you did.
Don't use crouch medium kick, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. You said like don't use crouch medium kick because crouch medium punch is PBG seeable on block.
Yeah, well, this crouch, I'll crouch medium kick. Use crouch medium punch. But this is kind of a more specific thing, and I get to talk about this because intermediate. If you're resetting a parasol, ideally you always reset her in the air, because the pillar exists, and you know they're going to be pushing pillar. And they can't push pillar in the air. Someone ping you on Discord before the match? Yeah, I'll ping you.
It'd be funny leaking if it could be reflected.
It just disappears from existence. Nice. Yep, that's again, it's scary to reset her on the ground. You can predict pillar and people just see the pikes. That gets a lot more awkward because you can pillar with the assist at the same time, which means you don't get to do anything about the assist. About the pillar. And with certain assists, pillar just becomes plus, which means you dropped your reset. I either get a full conversion or you're in pressure now. Could you DP if it gets push block? You could, but then you're doing DP on block. It turns the game into a 50-50 that you don't need to take when you could just do crouch medium punch. There is a mind game there of will they DP it or will I DP it or will I DP their DP, but if you do crouch medium punch you just get to skip that.
Also, I noticed that who was it? Dunce was like backing off whenever like he blocked like the Sekhmet super. I don't know if Dunce knows how to like get rid of Sekhmet.
Yeah, snap or grab. Only way to break
Yeah.
it.
I think Snap's the better option if you've got the meter for it.
It's more
because-
consistent, but it costs a bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Sekhmet can jump, which is awkward when you
Yeah.
try to grab.
Isn't there some moves that just make her jump in the air as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, a little bit weird. If you're gonna be doing the heads on that side, instead of doing stand hard punch, you should do zoom. Yeah, you can snap Sekhmet. It's one of the... Because Sekhmet has hyper armor, so the only ways to break it are grab or snap. Sweep won't work on it. Even though sweep works on other armor.
I think it would be kind of weird to like sweep Sekhmet just because of like where Eliza's like
Yeah, it just
what would you
doesn't...
call it? Like because of Eliza's like bloody body part.
Yeah.
Like where she actually is. Yeah, it would just look weird.
Well, good news. If you snap Sekhmet, or if you sweep Sekhmet, you just die. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Duns probably needs a better headless B&B.
You definitely don't want to be throwing out Throne against Headless Fortune. This is a very character-specific thing, and nobody really plays Headless Fortune, so it's fair that you don't know it. But the head eats the Throne, so it doesn't actually hit Fortune. You're kind of just stuck there.
That was a good reset as well.
Mm-hmm. You have to THC here. Oh, you missed the last hit. That's awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Little early. The only reason I'm not talking about the Headless B&B is because Headless doesn't really have a B&B. Because it all depends on head positioning. It's really weird to get used to. I played it for like a month. It was the worst.
The trait.
Peck plays Parasol, Peacock, Robo. Definitely Peacock, Robo. I don't know if they drop Parasol or not. Head probably eats H Pinion Dash, yeah. The head eats a lot of things.
It's PNC.
I have no idea. Alright, we got resets. That's exciting. Is PNC a bank? I wouldn't doubt it.
It's a type of medical drug.
It's a pipe.
It's a pipe. Pipe, not car. There you go. That's it. That's what it means.
Well, I wasn't going for acronym, but sure.
Yeah, but that's actually what it means.
Yeah.
That's the type of pipe it is. It's not a car pipe.
That's my favorite player.
Pipe, not car. Short time.
If you want the forbidden strats, dunce, your local dunce. I feel bad calling you dunce. Your
local fool.
Your two best things that you should just be mashing pretty much all the time are stand light punch and jump light kick. And when I say mashing jump light kick, I mean like in neutral, throw out a jump light kick and then air dash and then throw out another jump light kick. It doesn't matter. You're Fortune. You're allowed to do this. That was weird. That's gross. So, if you want to... okay. That was some Dragon Ball looking thing.
Yeah.
If you want to know how to better deal with butchers, you should look into Absolute Guard. Absolute Guard means that you're blocking both ways at the same time, which probably sounds ridiculous. So if you block one way and then push block and then block the other way, for the entirety of the push block animation, you're blocking both directions. And you don't have to deal with anything during butchers. You're just blocking both ways. Who makes a lemon cough drop minty? I'm upset.
A lemon drop cough.
It's so gross.
Also, I like how the day that like your voice breaks and everybody's not like ready for the stream is the day that we get like 54
Yeah. I once again like to reiterate, this is not normal. I don't normally sound like somebody that crawled out of a coffin. Normally I sound like a 14-year-old.
This is a one-time thing.
That's unfortunate. You could have comboed off that. You're on meter. Never mind. I lied to you. Unfortunately, that combo doesn't do very much damage. That's when you definitely want the crouch hard punch confirms. Because the stand hard punch routes just don't do damage. 14-year-old fresh out of the coffin. That's ready to be served and baked.
Wait,
I'm tired.
Why are you saying?
Alright, thanks for the games. We're moving on from that one.
Okay.
Ma W versus Gray Arsenic. Let's do that one.
What is arsenic again? That seems very familiar.
It's like
a type of poison.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It's a Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
It's Joker's persona from Persona 5.
Arsenic!
Poisonous in somewhat small quantities, but if you have a large amount, it's fine.
The more you take, the safer it is.
Yeah.
14 years of smoke.
We don't really have a bracket. We have a matchup list in the Discord, which you can find with !Discord. But this is not a tournament. This is an self-improvement stream. Alright.
There is a tournament though, Pro, on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays is tournaments. Alright,
Yeah.
nice. That is the thing you have to be afraid of with Squiggly. SBO is something you definitely have to respect. A little bit of trouble getting out of the Squiggly pressure. Okay, that's the weird range the symbol hits at. It doesn't give you the sandstone, and they just fall over. Oh, missed the hit confirm.
Oh. Yeah, you can see that they saw it, but they didn't do it in time.
Yeah. So, when you're playing band against Squiggly, Squiggly likes to jump around at you with jump, light kick, and junk. The two forbidden band buttons, well, the one that I recommend using is crouch medium kick. It kind of hits at the perfect angle to get around Squiggly's jump, light kick. And you can keep pushing buttons after, so if it gets blocked, it's not the biggest deal in the world. You can, like, do, like, stand hard punch into Elbrass or something. Because Elbrass is safe for Squiggly. Fun facts. Crouch medium kick can do it. It's a little weird. I wouldn't really call it a neutral button more than I'd call it an anti-air. It's also really, really good for resets because it just pulls them everywhere with the vacuum effect.
Well, crouch
Medium kick? Yeah. The day one band reset is beat extend into crouch medium kick, and then they're on the other side of you for some reason. Because they just get pulled to the other side.
Love vacuum effects.
Alright, we're a Bella now. Smack him! It's too close. Oh, you did it! Almost. It's a little bit weird that close to the corner. You kind of have to go stand hard kick into Timpani.
Good awareness, though. Doesn't know, like, where to go to.
Yeah, definitely tack the right way, but... dropped it. Unfortunate. Do we have the combo? At this point, yeah. At this point, you should be doing that.
Oh.
Is it better to use crouch medium kick than beat extend for air? You do... you combo into beat extend normally. The different combos have different routes for it. And then after beat extend, you do crouch medium kick. So normally you'll end up doing crouch medium punch or sweep into beat extend.
Oh, so beat extend is more used as like a wake up tool as well, rather than a neutral tool?
Nah, we're talking about in combos.
Oh, you're just in combos in general? Okay.
For the reset. This should be dead. That's unfortunate. Definitely got most of the combo, but we're losing to the last part. Which is understandable, because the last part's the hard part. With all the stand medium kick re-jumping looking.
I think Big Ben just super and would just chip them out.
I had to super. Yeah, at this point you can just H-press and super and chip them, really. Or that. That works too.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Especially when you're playing like solo band, you should be aware of chip range.
Because Big Band does, like solo Big Band does so much damage.
Takes some getting used to. There's a lot of times where, like, when me and Crank are playing, he'll, I'll be not even close and he does it anyway because he's still learning the range. And then he dies for it. It happens sometimes. But it's the best way to learn it. Alright. I like the use of sweep. I think sweep is one of Big Ben's better buttons, to be honest.
So you have to be careful of using giant step to like go for overheads in your block strings.
Yeah, I mean it's
Just 'cause-
it's good in like that kind of situation because if they push block you away, it reaches, so they can't push anything. And you're pretty safe because you're far away. But if you do it in their face and they don't push block, you're just gonna die.
Because they can just react to it, so they can. It takes a while.
Okay, yeah, that works. But that combo, I recommend learning the band only one because her normal combo is so hard on band. It's got like micro dashes and junk. Her band only combo is so much easier. It's honestly easier than her normal BMB. Should be on the wiki. This one works fine in the corner though. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you didn't need to push block that. That's not safe.
If you're gonna go for instant overheads on band like that, jump hard kick's not the button you want to use because you can't cancel it into anything. So you'll hit him, but you won't be able to follow up on it. You against like band specifically, you're allowed to do things like jump light kick, jump hard kick, where the jump light kick will just hit anyway because he's just that big, and it counts as an instant overhead. Just smack him with a tuba.
Just get the tuba in the face.
Instant overhead is just an immediate overhead. So like normally overheads like parasols, forward light punch, back hard kick, they're standing overheads, but they take a while to start up, which means you can like block low and then see they're doing it and then block high. But the reason why Band's so hard to play is because he's so big that you can immediately do a jump move and it's an immediate overhead and he just has to guess immediately.
He is a large concert after all.
Alright. Next up, Aku Seru versus Graham Sandwich.
Graham Sandwich.
Can't block. It's hard.
Wait, isn't Graham Sandwich the one that said that their opponent can join?
No, that was Kubi.
Oh, it's Kirby, okay.
Has there been a banned Sachimo song on stream on Saturday? There's definitely been a few. Mostly on Wednesdays when you're trying to show off.
Yeah. People know not to do it on Saturdays, so they...
I mean, you could do it on Saturdays. It's just Saturdays people don't really want to be showing off. They're here to learn,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I learned the day what I mean, I learned this like 4 years ago when I first started playing. But I learned Darude Sandstorm so that I could make the Darude Bandstorm joke. And that wasn't. And everybody has to learn Happy Birthday for when you Happy Birthday them. That's just required.
And you also have to get, like, you have to do, like, the... Da-da-da-da-da-da, like,
And kill
after
them,
you
yeah.
hit them. After you kill them, yeah. I have a dog on my lap now.
I am actually upset with how good Band's Trumpet translates to normal trumpet.
You knew trumpet, you learned it.
Dude, I played trumpet for like 11 years.
Yeah.
This is true love. We're make showtime.
I see butchers. I played this team actually. Oh yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's a little different because you're not doing like the hardest part about trumpet is the mouth stuff, which you don't have to do on a fight stick, obviously. The way you see the VOD, I don't actually know on new Twitch. There used to be a videos button.
Yeah, if you go to the... I think if you go to the...
Nice.
What do you call it?
Baton.
The homepage for Skullgirls Get Gr8. You can just click videos and that should be allow you to see the VOD. Also, Crank uploads them to YouTube.
Yeah, they'll be on YouTube soonish too. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the match real quick. If you're double, again, going for instant overheads on band, it's the same concept. You don't want to be used. That's unfortunate. It's
Now,
fine. If you're gonna go for instant overheads on band, you don't want to do
You're playing with
jump hard punch. You want to be doing jump light punch instead. because again, jump hard punch. It will probably work with jump hard punch, but jump light punch is just faster. Can you play the next match against Sneep since Kubi left? Wait, did Kubi or Sneep left? I'm losing track. Okay, Kubi left. Yeah, you can play against Sneep. That's fine.
You're not allowed to, Swagger.
Oh, dash up, grab the round start of gods. If you want a real dirty thing you can do with this team, especially against Band, you can do Cilia Slide plus Butchers. Cilia Slide counts as a sweep, so you beat any of Band's armored options that they definitely are going to do in neutral. And then you have Butcher's assist, so if they block it, you're just plus a billion. It's really fun. I love Butchers. Good job using the back throw. I really don't like doing barrel loops on Band. I drop them on Band so often for some reason. There's a Band specific combo where you just don't do barrel loops. It's because he's big.
Yeah, it's because you hit him so early that by the time you land, he's recovered a lot more. Yeah.
He just doesn't go down with you. He gets stuck up in the air with Avery. There's definitely I don't know if the Band specific combos are on the wiki, but they have like teacups and junk, and it's cool.
Teacups.
But you're gonna have to reset probably.
Got the reset.
Yeah, it's kind of a reset.
Got the reset.
Kind of a reset. American reset.
Also, Swaggy, you're not allowed to fight any of the people just because you're a host. You can't do that. That's unfair. You're hosting today. Wouldn't make much sense now, would it?
You say that like Crank doesn't have a category that's like versus open versus Crank. Alright.
Okay. He doesn't know. Host in quotation marks. Well, you would be a host.
If you're gonna call Butchers at the start, you probably want to... Is Crank a pain train? Nah, that guy sucks. If you're gonna call Butchers, you should cover it. So calling Butchers a neutral... Butchers has a long startup compared to a lot of other assists, but you can kind of fix that by throwing a gun or something at the same time. So if they are just gonna back off and try to react to it, they have to block the gun first. It's a little bit scarier if they do something else because you both get hit. But, you know, covering Butchers is cool. Especially if you can do it in a way where you don't both get hit. There's enough on Dizzy here for a last string. You had enough for another string. The bar wasn't glowing yet. You were like 2 on Dizzy off. Nice compression. Get some Oki going. Good bait. Eliza's got 3 bars. Eliza's only reversal is her level 3. So when Eliza has 3 bars, you gotta watch for it. A little bit of lag. Alright, we got a schmix. We got a schmix. That's kind of a schmix. Undizzy is the green bar at the top underneath their health bar. It helps prevent infinites. It helps... It's kind of what the game's just structured around. I think there's a thing in the tutorial for it. Like a whole section for Undizzy.
Yeah, I meant to say this in like beginners, but like if you haven't done the tutorial, do it. It's really good.
Yeah. I think drama is what they call the super meter. I don't actually know the Skullgirls specific terms of anything.
Yeah.
I just call them like supers and meter and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like the actual meters are called drama and the supers are called blockbusters.
That sounds right.
Because there's a movie theme to this for some reason. Like that's the one thing like I've never understood because like even like watching like the like playing the story, it does. I don't see the theming, but everything's like the whole style of it is all done like film based. Like even the intro shows them like on movie posters and everything. And I don't quite get it, but I like it.
Does anyone know Doc's Discord name? Is it just Doc? I feel like it's just Doc. It's gotta be Doc. Well, somebody random might be getting a ping. That's fine.
That's okay. If somebody could boot Doctor as well.
I've already on it.
But I mean, like, if it's not the real Doc.
Thank you. But a little bit of lag.
Yeah, just Doc. Alright, cool. Thanks, Wheels.
Cool. Alright, drop the combo. That's unfortunate. Drill super. H-drill is invuln at the startup. So that'll go through it. Not full invuln, just hit invuln. But good enough for SPF. Full combo. In the monster. Play in the Oki game, I guess. Definitely want to be looking for a snap soon, probably. Unless you're just going to kill it here, which is also an option, but you're low on Dizzy. She can still heal all this back if she gets a hit. Daisy, okay. I am so happy you did that. Because now I get to do Crank's rant. Daisy is not a defensive option. Daisy is invulnerable, which is cool. But Daisy Pusher is not... Post Super Flash, after they do the super, you're allowed to jump and it'll miss. It should never hit you. Some characters, even if they're in the middle of a move, can still just... And by some, I mean most. They can still just avoid the Daisy anyway. By using, like Parasol can do, like, Kara Pillar into bikes. And Bella can do, like, Kara DP into 360. All that'll beat Daisy if you're in the middle of a DP. Or in the middle of a move. Daisy should be used specifically on offense. With either in combos, which I guess is an offense, or with center stage. Because if you use charge center stage first, they can't jump out of Daisy. Which means you just have a command grab that does way too much damage if they stand there. Not like that. Bad. No.
Wait, no, they did the thing though, where like that you just said.
I didn't see center stage.
They use center stage
okay,
first.
then like that, yeah. Daisy is a command grab. But it's not... You don't use it like a command grab. What if I just die? Welcome to the club. We're all dead here. We're playing Skullgirls. I don't know if Robo Arm avoids it. The thing about the super is she doesn't have anything to cancel into. So if you do Robo Arm itself, if it does dodge Daisy, it wouldn't last long enough and you get hit by the end frames anyway. It's why you can't just Pillar to get out of it as Parasol. You have to do Pillar into bikes. Or you can't just do Bella DP. You have to do it into 360. That's a counter hit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Daisy lasts forever.
Alright.
We get to pick up off this. Yeah.
Just kick him. Just
Hit him
kick
with
him.
smack.
Run up.
Yeah, Band doesn't really have anything he gets to do about it. But again, if you're not in the middle of a move, even Band just gets to jump out. It's still a thing you want to use aggressively and not defensively. And also, it's got so many recovery frames, so if you do miss it, you are just going to die. That's a full heavy counter hit just sitting there. And also, fun fact, because I know we got a lot of new people, if you counter hit somebody, you actually get more on Dizzy than you do normally for your combo. And that more on Dizzy depends on the button you pushed. So if you start with a light, you'll have a little bit more on Dizzy. If you start with a heavy, you'll have way too much on Dizzy and just kill somebody.
By more on Dizzy, you mean more max on Dizzy, yeah?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
your max on Dizzy stays the same. You go into negative on Dizzy.
Oh, okay. But you have more room to work with,
Yeah,
basically.
you get bigger combos.
Yeah.
No, you can jump out post Super Flash. It's a thing that'll hit you way too often until someone tells you that, and then you'll never get hit by it again. Nice. Drill's a little risky on Wake Up, but if you have cat heads, it's not actually that risky, because you have double, so nothing is risky anymore. A barrel! Alright, I'm gonna pretend like that was a misinput, but I'm gonna pretend like it's not and say use teacup instead, because it's such a good joke. Teacup is so small, it's so hard for them to hit you. Don't do this. It's a bad idea, but if you're gonna do it, do teacup.
Don't do it, but do it.
It's a good
Don't.
joke. I mean, sometimes, you know, it's a game.
It's a game. We're here to have fun. But
Throw
don't
out
do
a
it
teacup
in
or
Evo.
two, you know how it is. Don't
Maybe
do...
do it in Evo.
Okay, Drill Super there. Drill Super does more damage, technically. But it's not as safe on block as Fireball. And if you're close to the corner with Fukuwa like that, you can pick up off Fireball Super with OTG, and you can combo off it. It's really good.
Also, DOS Wheels, it tells you in the game, if I remember correctly, like how much undizzy you
Yeah, but
get.
it doesn't tell you in normal games.
Doesn't that like the green bar doesn't fill up for a while?
Yeah, it just takes longer to... You don't know how much more you have exactly. It just takes longer to fill up. Alright, Ajax versus Dr. Doctor, assuming Dr. Doctor is here. Can we assume Dr. Doctor is here?
Doctor, get in here.
I mean, it's under. They're playing Just Dance. It's understandable. It's a pretty good game.
Just there's Doctor.
Hey! Now that they've played Just Dance, they're gonna be the god at getting it on zoning. Because they're just dancing around. God, I can't wait for the Just Dance uprising. Yeah, this is gonna be the last match of the stream. Thank God for my voice's sake, but also I'm a little sad because this was really fun.
Yeah, this one was really surprisingly, with everything considered, it was actually probably one of the better ones.
Bit of a spaghetti, but we got it in the end.
We're involved.
I see a trio. I think I fought Ajax on stream like yesterday. I remember that team.
He's trademarked food.
Yeah, maybe it was a different one, and they're gonna get sued for copyright infringement.
Oh no.
So this is okay. That's not how you combo with Pay Train, but I guess it gives you the knockdown. So you're dead here in theory. Bayo A-Train is probably the most controversial team in the game right now because everybody else has to play by Undizzy's rules. They don't, because Bayo does 17 moves in the same special. And he gets taunt every time he hits you because of A-Train, which gives him the hype to do this. It's a little... I still don't think it's good unless it's a trio. I stand by that. But it's really gross when it's a trio.
I mean, it is a trio. It's got Peacock.
Yeah, he's got Peacock. But I don't know. My opinion is also controversial on Bayo A-Train. I think it's fine, just because it's Skullgirls and everything is busted. But
It's balanced because everything is unbalanced.
I'm also one of the people that voted for the change when Mike Z put out the poll, so, you know.
Disgusting degenerate.
Hey, we got 5 bars. We should be spending some of these bars. Hey, we should be spending some of these bars.
He wanted the penguin, but
You
he didn't
definitely
get it
could have
right.
killed 2 resets ago, I'll tell you that.
No, he could have.
I think if you do Arm into Lenny, you have enough time to Argus afterwards. I'm pretty sure that works. And that's a disgusting amount of damage, and you should be killing people just immediately.
Even if it's in their face and you're going to get exploded by Lenny, like with the Peacock, don't worry about it. They're dead.
That's what the Lenny's for, right? They can't hit you or they explode.
Exactly.
Never works out that way, but in theory. Alright, there's Magnet Hands. Didn't know Valentine was a member of the Magnet Hands Club, but here we are. That's a little risky, but hey, if it gets you the hit, when you're playing something like Bayo A-Train, you're playing a little risky, you know?
What's the magnet hands that you were referring to?
Air grabs that just suck you in.
Oh, okay.
Parasol and
It's the
Eliza
Marth
are the
grab.
biggest ones. Which, hey,
just
that's
call
my
it-
team.
I just call them the Marth grab, so they.
Yeah, that Valentine should not... Anyway, that Valentine should not have lived. You need to be using your power, my guy.
That guy worked overtime there.
The bike guy's putting in some work. That's a good paracolor, too. Let me tell you that. That's a good paracolor. That's what's... Let me tell you something else. This sucks. The ideal way to deal with this is to use Egert's snipe when she's in the middle of throwing the second bomb so that you can trade with the first bomb and get a full combo. You can't do it any other time, because if you do it during stand hard punch, she'll just like DP into Lenny or some junk. If you do it during the first bomb, she'll teleport. Snipe might actually beat both of those. I don't know. I don't do it very often.
Is Beowulf's dash like light punch move like a safe jump technically?
Yes.
Okay.
He has really, really good safe jumps.
That's dumb.
The Para Peacock sucks. If Parasol vs. Parasol didn't exist, it'd be your worst matchup. But that one's unwinnable. Right, we're getting the vials. Get all three. Theoretically, if you touch the Peacock here, she's dead. That's an interesting incoming. Yeah, it's a little annoying to deal with. Doctor, if you want to make that dumber, do jump hard kick and then air dash back into jump hard punch, because that'll move you back even further. And she still can't run at you because Avery's on the screen. Alright. Also, you want a fun fact, Valentine versus Peacock is heavily in Valentine's favor, because TK Bypass goes perfectly over any of the ground bombs. And it goes fast enough that it's hard to hit with item drop in the airplane. TK Bypass makes this matchup a lot easier for her. Not gonna say impossible for Peacock, but a lot easier for Valentine.
Also, Doctor, whenever you were like jumping over them on like Wake Up there with like the light George to try and mix them up, you could also just hold like the item drop, and that probably gives you a better one because that's an overhead. And Nightfront, if I remember correctly, Light George doesn't actually hit low at all.
No, it's mid.
It just hits mid. Yeah, so like that's better just because it's an overhead. Plus, you can also just keep holding it even if you don't want to use it for the mix-up.
There's a video on getting in on Peacock zoning that's really, really good. I still don't know if we have it linked or not. The World Gem video.
We should do, but I don't know what the command is for it.
So anyone in chat has the link to the World Gem video, that'd be great, because that's a really, really good video. And then I'll yell at Crank to make a command for it. Gotta stand the toaster, come on. Robo's one of them. I love playing Robo. She's not on any of my teams, but I love playing her.
What does stand the toaster mean, my guy?
Enjoy Robo. Sam doesn't spend much time on Twitter. Oh, you could have canceled that into Super.
Explain this to me after.
Yeah, I'll do it after the stream. It's not a very interesting explanation.
I know, but you know, don't want to take up time.
Your Parasol's bleeding a little bit, so you want to be careful calling her. And that also means Doctor is either looking for a snap or just killing Valentine straight up. Whichever's... Okay, that's... Alright. I feel like something that would help you a lot, Doctor, is just knowing where your kill range is. And making sure you're killing them when they get there. Because there's a lot of times where you should be killing them and they live.
Also, I think Ajax was thinking for the HC there.
That's not real. That's not real. You can either snipe that or do neutral jump, jump light punch, jump hard punch when he's that close. Every character has a way to punish Airwolf post Super Flash. Don't let him get away with that. Bell Assist is Luxella. Here you're probably either looking for some Tumble Run shenanigans or Reflector. Most likely Reflector. You have to wait out the item drop. Nice.
That's a reflector, but
You could have
Below
been
that one.
big brained and 360'd while the SSJ was coming at you. That would have been
would've been-
big brained as heck.
you would have won all of.
I would not have a voice for a week with how loud I'd scream. But that's something that, like, you would... Nobody notices that. You only notice that, like, either if you're just watching or if you're looking back on it.
In some universe, Ajax like killed Penny for a week.
Yeah, I'm dead. Alright.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who played. Reminder, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST is a tournament where you are playing for seeding for the end of the month, and then at the end of the month, we're playing for prize pool. It's a $50 prize pool. It's exciting. We'll be here every Saturday, 4 p.m. EST. If you feel like coming back, I won't be coming out of a coffin next week. Crank might even be here next week, and he's a lot cooler than I am, so that's exciting. Yeah, I don't know. Play Skullgirls.
Play Skullgirls.
Yeah.
Good.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.